golly.
Totally. Did I tell you that I guess what did you know that my son and his friends decided they wanted to like make a pact to watch like an old school show. They couldn't decide, and they were gonna watch it like watch together and then discuss. So they picked X Files.
You told me that a long time ago. In the dark, right? Or something like that?
Yeah. So he's watching X Files, and he's like on a binge.
He loves it.
He's binging it. It's like I just finished season 4. I was like,
What?
what?
Here we go. Fuck my life. Okay. Hey!
Hey! Hey!
Shabbat shalom. Yeah, you guys go to the same spots, the same places every single time. Yeah, thank you.
Nobody realized this all the work you put in.
Oh, I appreciate it. But you guys put the same amount of work.
Well, I think he meant good.
It did. Last night was
What?
strong.
You did Nassau?
Very strong.
Yeah. Happy story you got there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna love it.
You're in.
Thank you. Thank you.
Shabbat shalom to you. How are you?
Okay. How are you?
You look good.
Not so big.
Me? Kelly wants yeah.
Oh yeah?
Bas mitzvah Torah portion.
Oh great.
She says she wants to do Torah, not Torah too.
It's amazing. I know. Hello, my guy, you know, at Dad's cave. So the owners, they're all Brazilian.
You sure it's not the same place? You sure it's Dad's not man cave? Because mine is all Brazilian. Everyone who works there.
Like all they do is talk Portuguese.
And everyone, the person at the desk,
Everybody, they all know each other.
they're all
In fact, I thought they were talking Russian because it sounds Russian. They're like, no, it's Portuguese.
no, they're all of them. Every single one of them.
I'm telling you, my appointment was confirmed at Dad's cave.
Oh, all right. So I wonder
Do
if
you have it wrong?
No.
Okay. Do you know where I'm talking about though? You know where Wawa is, right? On the corner of Locks. Across the street, there's a shopping plaza.
Shopping plaza, yeah. There's a bunch of good restaurants.
Yeah.
Good breakfast places.
It's called Dad's Cave.
Have you been to that breakfast place?
No, I haven't.
Yummy.
Yeah. Is it? Anyways, though, all Brazilian, but he's just so awesome. He doesn't just cut my hair. He uses five different things, and he's like, I'm like I asked him, and I was like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, it's a different length and whatever. Like I like to get it perfect. I was like, you know what it is? It's like
they use like a comb.
yeah, and he's constantly moving his scissors.
And they're like, and they're trimming my beard, like in the air, like.
Yeah, like you don't even think they're touching anything, but they are. Like yeah.
Oh yeah.
So good.
And they have like one thing that they put on you.
Yeah, in the back after like.
There's another thing.
Yeah, some kind of spray. Okay, so it's the same people. But they're so good. I love
And then
my
if
guy.
I wanted to, they could do the whole elevator. Sometimes there's a whole line in the back of like, you got like the hot towel.
Oh yeah.
I don't do that.
I don't do it either. But they do my eyebrows. Like,
Oh yeah, they comb here with the.
I was like, yeah, just go. Okay.
It must be the same owner.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Has to be. But my guy's name is Bruno Diaz.
I have forget. I have a woman. I don't know what her name is.
Yeah, I love my guy. Yeah, we should start. When Linda's not here and Jay's not here and Lois is Oh, oh, oh. Bus number 2? Okay. Susie. Larissa. What about it? Oh, that's okay.
Hi,
Morning.
Susie.
Shabbat shalom.
You got the email from us? You got
Yes,
the email for the high holiday
she's
stuff?
all good to go now.
Thank you.
It took forever because of his fault.
It was not my fault.
I just want to have my ducks in a row for
No,
Wednesday.
all the ducks are quacking.
Yeah.
All the ducks are quacking.
So it makes our job a lot easier.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Only have to worry about one service. Yeah.
We do one service.
Last year
Last
we
year,
did for Yom.
we did 2 Yom. You're doing only 1 for Yom? How are you going to do the rest of the day?
We talked about this already. Don't do this today.
Yeah? No, what are you doing the rest of the day? For Yom? Seriously. We only talked about Rosh.
No, we talked about Yom also.
What are you going to do for the whole rest of the day?
I don't know. It's covered. I have no idea.
Is it?
Yes.
What are you going to do in the afternoon?
What do you mean in the afternoon? Have fast talk. No,
There's no
Tasha.
Tasha on Yom.
Oh,
So 8:30, and then 11,
8:30,
and then 11, and then what?
Then the kids service. Then fast talk. Then
Okay,
mitzvah.
you're just going to have a window in there.
Yeah. So what?
Wait, we're having 8:30 and 11?
8:30 is going to be like the family service.
Oh, okay.
12,
I didn't.
1:30. Oh, I guess that gets you to 2.
Yeah.
I guess you're fine, and then you have this, but then what are you gonna do then? Because there's no kid service then. That's the question I have for you.
But it's only an hour and a half.
I guess we'll just do fast talk,
Yeah.
and then you'll start mincha?
Yeah.
You have no idea.
No. Technically, it's not my problem.
It's a lot more yours than mine.
It's a lot more. Yes, that's true.
Well, we don't know we don't know what's going to be suggested. You know.
That's really good. That's good.
How was your graduation?
It was good. That was part 2 of 3.
Yeah.
There
I
are
can't
3
really-
parts. That was part 1 was great. This was part 2, and part 3 is
Wow.
on Tuesday.
And when do you leave on your? You're supposed to meet somebody. The 12th. And where are you going?
That's just a weekend away to Chica.
To Chica?
Yeah, Chica's like it's in the Keys.
Oh, okay. My son was here for Memorial Day weekend, and he hired, a boat, he chartered a captain, and he got fish like this tarpon, and oh my God, really exciting. He's a fisherman.
You like to fish?
Yeah, I love deep sea fishing. I love it. Been doing it since like forever.
What? When's the last time you went fishing?
I mean, it's been a while, but love it. Absolutely love it.
Probably
Catch
should.
tail as well. Eat it right then and there.
Really?
Yeah.
Catch it in your fillet and you eat it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's nice. Yeah.
And then watch this one. I think that was a tarpon, he said.
Ooh. Look at that. That's awesome.
That was exciting.
That's
I said,
really
yeah.
awesome. Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good
Look at that size of that one. Woo.
Huge.
Jonathan, my son, came down for Memorial Day weekend.
Shabbat shalom. How are you?
It's catch and
You too?
release 'cause they're protected.
You can catch that kind of fish?
Yeah.
That size of fish?
Yeah.
What? Such an enormous fish.
I went deep sea fishing off of Montauk Point up in New York.
Oh yeah.
4 hours out, and I caught like a 60-pound bluefin tuna.
Wow.
Took me a couple hours just to reel it in. freaking awesome.
How many?
Couple hours. Couple hours.
Reel
Yeah.
it in?
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. This big. Huge. And then the guy filleted it. We had sushi right on the boat. Right on the boat. Cleaned it, filleted it. Yeah, I'm telling you, it was amazing. We made steaks. Literally, we had it's like steaks this thick, tuna steaks. Yeah, that's mahi.
Yeah. Anyway, he walks in the front door of my house, out the back door into the lake. He's got a fish.
Oh yeah. It's so much fun. It really is. Just be out in the water and get something on the line and.
Someone else caught it open.
Oh yeah, no, I don't do that. Like the skipper of the boat. Yeah. It's awesome. Love it.
I will eat it. I'm happy.
Yeah. Yeah. Sushi. Then we had enough fillets where we went to a restaurant afterwards, and if you go to the right restaurant, they'll actually cook your fillet in the back. Yeah. Like, I'm gonna have my tuna. They charge you, of course. Like, here's my tuna steak. I like it medium rare, and pick your sides, and they'll blacken it for you, or they'll broil it for you. Yeah. Went to a place like years and years ago called Redfish. You ever had Redfish? Fish are only this big, so like it's just a decent size. Like tuna or tuna, you're going.
Yeah.
It just was that way. And we went to the restaurant where we got that, and we were just eating the fish. The lady couldn't understand things she did. Oh. I definitely think it's time to start. Otherwise, I'm leaving. Yeah, it looks like everybody. You can't sit there. You can't sit there. I don't know how to look at you in this direction. Save you a seat. There's 100 seats here. Katya, you have to sit on that side. Everyone's sitting. I know that is Katya's seat. That is your seat. I feel very alone right now. Okay. All right, let's start. Nobody cares.
Hi, everyone. It's 8:40, so we should probably start. Although there's nothing after this. I mean, there's a bat mitzvah, but not till 5:30. So we'll just do the service from now till 5.
No, we won't.
It'll be perfect, and then it'll be great.
No, we won't.
And then it'll be totally all right. Hi, everyone. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
So this has been it's like a twilight zone with everyone at the seats and the thing and the sides. And look, the force got stable a little bit with some of the people, but some of the, I don't know. Oh, really? May the force be with you. Yeah, farce, yeah. I was in New York on May 4th, and you're supposed to do May the 4th be with you, and so several of the towers all changed their colors into either blue beams or red beams. So all the lightsabers were up on May 4th. So as you know, I'm not a dork, but if I was, hypothetically, I would have been very excited about that, hypothetically. And I would have walked around with my head up looking at all of them, hypothetically, about how excited I was on May the 4th that all the beams went up. It's,
we're going to figure it out.
Yeah. Well, Matchstick will figure it out.
Yeah.
It's good.
That's more your problem than mine.
That's exactly. So I hope you had a nice start to your Shabbat. I heard the choir sang last night. I hope that it was, I heard it was fabulous and lovely, and that it was really, really nice. And let's jump in. So let's just, I don't know, let's just do Matavu. So 172.
Ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. מה טובו אוהליך יעקב, אוהליך יעקב, משכנותיך ישראל. ואני ברוב חסדך אבוא ביתך, אשתחווה אליך קודשך ביראתך. מה טובו אוהליך יעקב, אוהליך יעקב, משכנותיך ישראל. מה טובו אוהליך יעקב, אוהליך יעקב, משכנותיך ישראל. אדוני אהבתי מאוד ביתך, ומקום משכן כבודך. ואני אשתחווה ואכרע אברך לפני אדוני עושי. מה טובו אוהליך יעקב, אוהליך יעקב, משכנותיך ישראל. מה טובו אוהליך יעקב, אוהליך יעקב, משכנותיך ישראל. ואני תפילתי לך אדוני עת רצון. אלוהים ברוב חסדך ענני באמת אישך. מה טובו אוהליך יעקב, אוהליך יעקב, משכנותיך ישראל. מה טובו אוהליך יעקב, אוהליך יעקב, משכנותיך ישראל.
Let's continue with Nisim B'chol Yom, our daily blessings and miracles, 175.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתן לשכל ובינה להבחין בין יום ובין לילה.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם פוקח עיוורים.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם מתיר אסורים.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם זוקף כפופים.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם רוקה הארץ על המים.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם המכין מצעדי גבר.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם מלביש ערומים.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם הנותן לעייף כוח.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם המעביר שינה מעיני ותנומה מעפעפי.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שעשני בצלם אלוהים.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שעשני בן חורים.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שעשני ישראל.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם עוזר יצרו בגבורה.
אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם עוטה ישראל בתפארה.
אמן.
Let's continue with Psukei Zimra 183.
ברוך שאמר והיה העולם.
ברוך הוא.
ברוך הוא עושה וראשית.
ברוך הוא מהווה עושה.
ברוך גוזר ומקיים.
ברוך מרחם על הארץ.
ברוך מרחם על הבריות.
ברוך משלם שכר טוב לרעיו.
ברוך חי לעד וקיים לנצח.
ברוך פודה מציל ברוך שמו.
Blessed is the one who spoke and the world came to be.
Blessed is the one.
Blessed is the one who continually authors creation.
Blessed is one whose word is deep.
Blessed is the one who decrees and fulfills.
Blessed is one who's compassionate towards the world.
Blessed is the one who's compassionate towards all creatures.
Blessed is the one who wears the reverend.
Blessed is the one who exists for all time, ever enduring.
Blessed is the one who blessed is God's name.
Baruch atah Adonai, melech mehulal batishbachot.
Amen. I was gonna switch and just see if you could pick up on it, on the English and the Hebrew, but I was gonna mess with you, because how many of these do we have left? How many of these do we have?
2.
2, right? Yeah, this one and 2 more, or?
This one and 2 more
Yeah.
Saturdays. Yeah.
Yeah, we only have this one and 2 more Saturdays, so we're gonna mess with each other, or we're gonna mess with you, by the way, for the next couple of weeks. So just so you know, yeah. We also only have 1 Friday left. We only have 1 Friday left. So 1 Friday left with the 2 of us together. Yeah, only one, which is this coming Friday is our last Friday together. So we have 2 Saturdays, right? 2 Saturdays. 2 more Saturdays, and 1 Friday. So yeah. I have 1 Friday
I
without.
have 1 Friday without Rabbi.
And I have 1 Friday without Cantor. Yes. Yeah. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Is that math right? What is that? If you use the quadratic equation and then you use it and then you carry the 1. What's that? Next Friday is the last Friday. Together. Yeah. We have a whole thing for you prepared.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. We're working on it. We'll see what's going to happen. Yeah, the whole thing is about the 10 Commandments. Yeah, we're adding an 11th commandment, so we want to see if you all figured out where we put it. Let's continue in the middle of page 192 with Shochenad.
שוכנד מהרום וקדוש שמו וכתוב רננו צדיקים באדוני לישרים נא בתהילה בפי ישרים תתהלל ובדברי צדיקים תתברך ובלשון חסידים תתרומם ובקרב קדושים תתקדש ובמקהלות רבבות עמך בית ישראל ברינה יתפאר שמך מלכנו בכל דור ודור ישתבח שמך לעד מלכנו האל המלך הגדול והקדוש בשמיים ובארץ ברוך אתה אדוני אל מלך גדול בתשבחות אל ההודעות אדון הנפלאות הבוחר בשירי זמרה מלך מלכי העולמים
חצי קדש.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה בעלמא דברה חירותי וימלך מלכותי בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בעגלה ובזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תמירן בעלמה ויאמרו
Amen. Our call to worship, Baruch Hu 195.
Laila 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 Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam va'ed HaMevorach לעולם ועד.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו לכל העולם יוצר אור וחושך עושה שלום ובורא את הכל. אהבה רבה 198. Please be seated.
Ahava Rabaftanu Adonai Eloheinu Chem Lagedolah Mitera Chamalta Leinu Ba'avur Avoteinu Ve'imotenu Shebatchu V'cha V'talmedeim Chukei Chayim V'ha'erdenu b'Toratecha V'dahabek libeinu b'mitzvotecha V'yachid levavenu V'yahava u'lira et shemecha V'lo nevosh v'lo nikalem V'lo nikashel le'olam va'ed Ki v'shem kodshecha Hagadol v'hanora b'hatachnu Nagila v'nismecha Nagila v'nismecha b'shuatecha Baruch atah Adonai Habocher be'amo Yisrael be'ahava.
Page 200.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
And 201.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levacha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meodecha Mehayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha V'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam V'shivtecha b'veitecha u'v'lachtecha v'derech u'v'shochbecha u'v'kumecha u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'einenecha Tam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha
202.
Vayomer Adonai el Moshe lemor daber el bnei Yisrael ve'amarta alehem ve'asu lahem tzitzit al kanfei vigdeihem ledorotam ve'natnu al tzitzit הכנף בציל תכלת, והיה לכם לציצית, וריתם אותו, וזכרתם את כל מצוות אדוני, ועשיתם אותם. ולא תצורו אחרי לבבכם ואחרי עיניכם אשר אתם זונים אחריהם למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Elohechem emet. We continue with our song of redemption, Mi Chamocha 204.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא, שירה חדשה שבחו גאולים, לשמך אספת הים יחד כולם הודו והמליכו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד
Sur Yisrael, Kuma be'ezrat Yisrael, Luftechinu mecha, Yehuda ve'Yisrael, Go aleinu, Adonai tzvaot shemo, Kedosh Yisrael, Baruch atah Adonai, Ka'al Yisrael.
Begin the Amidah 205.
Adonai sifatai tiftachu fi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Koneh HaKol V'Zocher Chaste Avot Ve'imahot U'Mevi Geula Livnei V'neihem Leman Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer Moshiach U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham Bezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Leolam Adonai Mechayeh HaKol Atah Rav Lehoshia Morid HaTal Mechakel Chayim Bechesed Mechayeh HaKol Berachamim Rabim Zomech Noflim Verofei Cholim Umatir Asurim Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar Michamocha Bal Gevurot Umidom Elach Melech Memit Umechaye Umatzmiach Yeshua V'neheman Atah lehachayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai Mechaye hakol.
You with the Kedusha 208.
Nekadesh et shimcha ba'olam Kishem shemakdishim ho'oto b'shmei marom Kakatuv al yad neviecha V'kara ze el ze ve'amar Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh Adonai tzvaot Meloch ol haaretz Kevodo Adir Adirenu Adonai Adoneinu Madir Shimcha B'chol haaretz Baruch Kevod Adonai Mimkomo Echadu Eloheinu Hu Avinu Malkeinu Hu Moshienu Vehu Yashmienu Berachamav Le'inei Kol Chai Ani Adonai Elohechem Gimloch Adonai Leolam Elohai Zion Ledor Vador Hallelujah Ledor Vador Ledor Vador Ledor vador nagid gon lecha Ledor vador Ledor vador Ledor vador nagid gon lecha Ulenetzach netzachim Ulenetzach netzachim Kedushatecha nakdish V'shimchacha Eloheinu Mipinu lo yamush leolam va'ed Ledor vador Ledor vador לדור ודור נגיד גולך, לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור נגיד גולך, ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
We continue silently now, beginning here on page 210 through page 219. Whenever you're finished, please be seated.
Ritzei Adonai Eloheinu Be'amecha Yisrael Utefilatam Be'ahava Tikabel Utehile Ratzon Tamid Avodat Yisrael Yisrael Amecha El Karov Lechol Korav Penei Lavadecha Vechonenu Shefoch Ruchacha Aleinu V'techezena Eineinu V'shuvecha L'Tzion Baruch atah Adonai HaMachazir Shechinato Letzion.
That was nice.
Thank you.
Let's continue with our Torah service. 244.
Ein kamocha va'elohim Adonai ve'ein kema'asecha malchutecha malchut kol olamim u'memshaltecha bechol dor v'ador Adonai melech Adonai malach Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed Adonai oz le'amo yitein Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom al harachamim Heitiva mitzoncha et Zion Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim Ki becha levad batachnu Melech el ram benisa Adon olamim
246.
Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah Udvar Adonai mirushalayim Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah Le'amo Yisrael B'Hidushato Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo, Gadlul Adonai iti, Uneromema Shemo, Yachdav Lecha. Adonai hagedula ve'agevura ve'atiferet ve'hanetzach ve'ahon Hichol b'shamayim u'va'aretz Hichol b'shamayim u'va'aretz Lecha Adonai ha'mamlacha ve'amit na'aseh lechol rosh Romemu, Romemu, Adonai Eloheinu, Vehishtachavu, Vehishtachavu, Lahadom Raglav Kadoshu, Romemu, Romemu, Adonai Eloheinu, Vehishtachavu, Vehishtachavu lehar kodsho ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu.
Please be seated. That's new. Was that new?
I don't know. It's the one that folds.
So, where is that one from?
It's right here.
Oh, that's fun. Is there another one in the side on there? That's fun. No? Oh,
Oh, here.
that's fun. That's the old one, right? No, it's the same as this one. That's fun. Hi, friends. Torah portion is called Naso. It's 421. No. Chapter 4, verse 21. I'm not giving you a page number. No. Chapter 4, verse 21 in the book of Numbers. 421. I'm not giving you a page number.
Silly. Silly rabbit.
He's going to give you the page number. See, I'm not going to. He is.
But I'm not chanting from there.
Now that you're there, anyone there? Everyone there? No. Great. Good, because that's not where the cantor's chanting from. So he's going to give you another. Where are you chanting from?
Let's start at chapter 6, verse 21.
621. That's where you're going now. 621. 621. Yep, 621. 621. 621. 621. For the honor of the Aliyah, we're going to invite Kelly because it is the anniversary of her Bat Mitzvah portion. Yeah, Kelly. Woo, woo, woo.
Tonight's Anna's daughter's bat mitzvah, and it's the same portion. Anna Sterling.
Yep.
Isn't that crazy? They have the same portion.
She does not have the same portion.
She has next week's Torah.
She's next week's Torah portion because it switches in the afternoon.
Oh, we were just texting about it. She thinks she does. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay. Barhu et Adonai.
Well, hold on.
Oh.
Really? She thinks it's the same Torah portion? That's bad. For a lot of reasons. Great. Ta'amod.
Barhu et Adonai.
No, Ta'amod. What's your Hebrew name?
Oh. Esther Hannah bat Baruch.
Esther Chana bat
Baruch.
Baruch Lana Torah.
They're
Go.
taking
All right,
turns.
here we go.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Hanai Barach Leolam Ba'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Ba'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bakar banu mikol hamim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Zot Torat Nazir asher yidur karbano ladonai al nizro milvad asher tasigado kefi nidro asher yidur kein yaseh al Torat nizro v'yedaber Adonai el Moshe lemor daber el Haron ve'el banav lemor kol tevarchu el bnei Yisrael amor lahem yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom Esamu et shemi bnei Yisrael v'ani avarchem
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chaye olam natan b'tokenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Well done.
So am I.
I'm nervous.
Did you see her speech? You never saw her speech? I heard her speech.
Well, whatever it is,
I don't pay attention.
There's no way.
Just give us a second.
There's no way.
There's no way.
She did not talk about the pieces on those.
You don't know.
No, I do.
Do you?
Let's raise and dress the Torah. Who wants to raise and dress? Yeah, with the dynamic duo. All right. We're on 250. 250, and together we stand.
I'm showing, right? I'm showing.
V'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai biyad Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Torah. Tziva lanu Moshe, Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe, Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe, Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking too. I'm thinking it too. It doesn't matter at this point. So, right? We're all doing hugs and. I know.
I think it was more of like, oh my God, it's like, it must be the same thing. I think it's
I know.
Why did you never see yourself?
I don't know. Because I wasn't at the thing. Remember, I wasn't at the rehearsal. I don't know. What? Yes. What do you mean she didn't know what?
Thank you, because we were both worried.
Oh, I need a nap now because of that. I need a nap. It's like, oh, all right. I really don't remember the last. See, ever since you said it was like a, woo, I feel much better now. Thank you. All right, we're in Nassau. I want us to go back to the beginning, though. So go back to the beginning of Nassau, not where he chanted. We'll go back to that in a minute. But so go back to 421. We're going to look at that for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to go back and forth and back and forth. It feels so much better. Thank you. Ooh.
Not that there was anything we could do.
No, there's nothing we can do at this point. I mean, so whatever. Yeah, we're on 421. We good? That's not in my book. 287 in my book. So you're on the wrong page, people. 287. Here we go. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. All right, here we go.
The Eternal One spoke to Moses, "Take a census of the Gershonites also by the ancestral house and by their clans. Record them from the age of 30 years up to the age of 50, all who are subject to service in the performance of tasks for the tent of meeting."
Okay, great. Who's God talking to? Moses. All right. What's the task at hand? Take a census. Nice. Of what? Well,
30
yes.
to 50-year-old men.
Right, of who, though? Who are the Gershonites?
Sons of
Who are the Gershonites?
Of Levi.
They're the ancestors of the Levites. Okay, how do you know that? It says so where? Where does it say that? It says it in your book? Where? In the bottom. Okay, read it to us. And then the commentary from Plout?
Merarites and Kohathites.
Nice. Right, so who are they the descendants of?
Levi.
Aaron. Nice. All right, good. Yeah, exactly. Very nice. Yes, they're the descendants of Aaron. So what does that mean that they're in the large conversation of? Who are they essentially? Priests. Yeah.
Kohen.
So they're offshoots of the priests. So which means that what kind of laws are they getting likely? Yeah. They're ritual related. Take care of the tabernacle stuff. Okay. Nice. So why are they recording their names here for what? For the census to do what though? Nice. They're the only ones to be able to perform this, all these rituals. Okay. I just want to make sure that we're on the same page, literally and figuratively, even though you keep giving me the wrong page numbers. All right. We're on verse 24.
These are the duties of the Gershonite clans as to labor and porterage. They shall carry the cloths of the tabernacle, the tent of the meeting with its covering, the covering of dolphin skin that is on top of it, and the screen for the entrance of the tent of meeting, the hangings of the enclosure, the screen at the entrance of the gate of the enclosure that surrounds the tabernacle, the cords thereof, and the altar, and all their service equipment, and all their accessories, and they shall perform the service. All the duties of the Gershonites, all their porterage, and all their service shall be performed on orders from Aaron and his sons. You shall make them responsible for attending to all their porterage. Those are the duties of the Gershonite clans for the tent of meeting. They shall attend to them under the direction of Itamar, son of Aaron the priest.
Okay. Who was like enthralled by this reading? Was it like, woo? This was like this is good stuff right here. Yes. Yes. Dolphin. Yes. Yeah, what does it say? What does it say for dolphin? What does it say for dolphin? Yeah, does yours have as a comment, by the way, for dolphin, or no? This doesn't have a little comment on it? It doesn't, but the Hebrew says, has tachash is what it says. And it's the, thank you for asking this question, actually, it's really interesting. So no one knew about these skins for this particular animal because the only time they're ever mentioned is around the building of a tabernacle. So we actually hear about it first all the way back in Exodus when they're building the tabernacle and all those, remember they give God tells all the Israelites to all the components, you need this, it has to be this big and that big and the cubit and the thing and the gold and the silver. So part of the list is also to have these skins that no one understood where they came from. And they're dolphin skins. Why is that puzzling that they have dolphin skins? Because they're where? In the desert. So there are no dolphins in the middle of the desert, right? So why? It's weird, right? So some of the commentary says, some of the easy commentary says that they took them when? When they parted the sea. Yeah, exactly. So when they parted the sea, they were able to take the skins. That's the easy response. But then it's weird because you really don't hear about these animals again, so it's a little bit odd. So if you want to go on the ride with me, then it's believed to actually have been unicorns. So there are commentaries that say that. Much more sense. First of all, if you've seen one recently, they're very pretty when they're running in the meadow. You've seen them run by? They're really nice. They weren't on the ark. Oh, I know. They didn't make it onto the ark. There's a really good cartoon, by the way, that has the ark like sailing out. You can see the ark go with like the giraffe head coming out and whatever. It's so good. And the unicorns are all on like the cliff area. And there's a big bubble over their head that says, "Oh, was that today?" So, yeah. So it's a really good cartoon. I have the magnet because it's funny and it's really cool. Like I am, and there's a big giraffe. So I'll as you know, I love giraffes. So yes. So that's the explanation of those skins. and that's part of the building of the tabernacle, because that's part of the screening system that's in the tent, like that's part of the structure of the tent. What's that? It could be anything. It could be, right. It just says tachash skins.
Beautiful walrus skin.
Yeah, those are pretty. Yes. You are. You're killing over there with terrible jokes that you're just telling yourself.
Harry's not even smiling.
No, because you're telling the joke to yourself, and it is only I can hear it. And if I'm not laughing, you know it's not funny. So it's just you're just telling, you're not talking, you're like muttering to yourself today. It's like, are you all right? Yeah. Yes.
So verse 27 and 28 are almost duplicates.
27 and 28 are
These
duplicates.
are the Gershonites.
Yes, exactly.
Why?
So why is that? Yes,
Because
nice.
it must be important.
Okay, so yeah, why is this important? But by the way, and who are they reporting to? Who does this section report to?
Aaron,
Itamar.
Oh.
Who is Itamar?
son of Aaron.
Son of Aaron. So we know that they have to be very careful with the instructions regarding the priests. Why is that?
They could get killed.
They could get killed. Stop over there. I don't know what's happening over there to you, but I don't know. So yes. So the Gershonites are like the larger group, and the clans are like the group below. Yeah. But the explanation is that they ultimately respond to Itamar. Now there are only two sons, right? There's Itamar and Elazar. I remember that one Shabbat. I couldn't remember their names, and I'm still upset about it. Muchnik, what's happening to you over there? He's like giddy and chuckly. Are you all right?
Just having my own service.
It's great. How's it over there? Great, amazing. Whew. I don't know what's going on over there today. From the beginning of the day too. Right when you showed up, and I was like, "Oh, we're in for a ride today." So yeah.
Because he got a haircut.
Yeah, he's because he got a haircut. Yes. All right. So there are all the structures for the tabernacle. Now, the Merarites are about to hear the same thing. The Kohathites are about to hear the same thing. And so each section is going to be explained. And so these are the structures that all sort of are offshoots of Aaron, as brilliantly explained by Harry just now. So thank you. Yes. So these are all the sections that have to do with the structure regarding the tabernacle. Good? Yes? Great, thank you. Let's move to where's 5 go? Yes, let's go to chapter 5. Let's go to chapter 5, just for a moment. It's like right there. You had to give a page number. It's like 5 is like right there. It's like 2. It's like 1 page turn.
The Eternal One spoke to Moses, saying, "Instruct the Israelites to remove from camp anyone with an eruption or a discharge, and anyone defiled by a corpse. Remove male and female alike. Put them outside the camp, so they do not defile the camp of those who were in whose midst I dwell." The Israelites did so, putting them outside the camp, as the Eternal had spoken to Moses. So the Israelites did.
Okay, what do we got here? Everyone's favorite topic to have with the bar mitzvah kid for this week's Torah portion. What's
Eruptions and
great eruptions and discharge.
Discharges.
Everyone likes both of those, to have those conversations. And also anyone defiled by a corpse. So, nice.
if you touch a dead body,
Right.
you're supposed to be
Yes. So,
tameh.
what does defiled mean?
tameh.
Tameh. Say what's tameh in English? Impure. Right. This goes into the building of the mikvah system, that you become ritually impure by any of these things. You become ritually impure. So, yes. So there's an explanation. What are you supposed to do with these people? You're supposed to separate them. Why are you supposed to separate them?
No
they're going to
contamination.
contaminate everybody else. So you don't want that. But, I mean, we're all adults. If you have an eruption or a discharge, why does that mess with anyone else, though? Why is that separate anyone else? Kelly's like blowing up over there. She is trying to like keep that 11-year-old like locked up. I can see it on your face. You're like, please don't call on me. Please don't ask me what's happening. Please, stop it. Stop. Yes, I can see that. That's so good. Why do they have to be separated?
No cross-contamination.
Okay, but I understand that in regards to the touching the corpse. But what about the other components? If you just have some discharge, right, which is like an ointment-based problem, let's just say you have to go to,
No.
Walgreens.
Bodily discharge is different than an ointment.
Nice. All right, great. No, I'm saying you need some kind of ointment. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So why put outside the camp? Okay. All right. Fine. Let's keep going. Let's go to verse 5.
What verse?
5.
The Eternal One spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the Israelites. When men or women individually commit any wrong toward a fellow human being, thus breaking faith with the Eternal, and they realize their guilt, they shall confess the wrong that they have done. They shall make restitution in the principal amount and add 1/5 to it, giving it to the one who was wronged. If that party is deceased and has no kin to whom restitution can be made, the amount repaid shall go to the Eternal for the priests, in addition to the ram of expiation, with which expiation is made on their behalf. So too, any gift among the sacred donations that the Israelites offer shall be the priests, and each shall return his sacred donation. Each priest shall keep what is given to him."
Okay, what is all of this? Yes. Right.
I think part of it could be, because down below in the commentary it says it could be seen as like a punishment, and maybe it's to give those people like real space to just be with themselves.
Okay.
Like you, like kind of putting them in a corner, maybe in both a good way and a bad way, you know?
Yeah.
You're singled out, but also maybe you need to reflect and change some things.
Yeah.
Or take care of yourself.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Good. Yeah. Yes.
It was more not to distract you. You see somebody who's got oozing coming out of the body or something, it would be a distraction from treating what you're there for. But all of that is being said. But if you go further with it, talks about when women have to menstruate,
Yes.
they're supposed to be separated.
Yes. So yeah. So
I never really understood that. And it's something when we go here, when we talk about oozing with it, gooey air, I just, yeah.
yeah. Yes.
But I think it's like a blessing. Like I often say, I wish I could just have like a whole week off every month I got my period, because it's like I just want to lay down and talk to women and like be my grumpy self and like not have to deal with life. I think it's really like a gift, and so
Yeah.
I just feel like in a way this is a blessing to the people experiencing it.
I'm only going to make this joke because it was on Saturday Night Live like years and years ago, where this is terrible. There was like one of those little bits on Saturday Night Live was a pill that a woman can take when she was menstruating, and it was a one you take it once and it lasts the whole year. And so, but they talked about when it was like stopping to work. and it was time to take the next pill, they talked about like the chamber that you had to put the woman into. And while they were doing the ad, you could hear her screaming in the background, rah, rah, rah. That's what they were doing in SNL, like with chains, and they were like, it's okay. It's coming. And the guys in the front of the commercial were like, just take it the once a year and everything should be fine. And like you could hear like the chamber door was like clanking and like, I'll kill you. It was like in the background. So it's a Saturday Night Live skit. I did not make it up, but as you were talking, I was like thinking of the SNL sketch, which also reminds me, by the way, of the other SNL sketch, which is that during COVID they were doing this one ad for a woman who had COVID for like the week, whatever, and that she was separated from the rest of the family, and then it went on to say like, or you can do the new placebo version where you're totally fine, but you'll tell your family that you have COVID. And they're like, and then there's the dad with like 8 kids around him and the whole house is a mess. And he's like, how many days is this thing? And she's like, I don't know. I'm getting all these positives. I don't know. It's like week 9 of like COVID. It's like, probably we should go to the hospital. She's like, no, I'm perfectly fine. So she's like reading a book quietly in another room. So yeah, these are all SNL sketches. I can't make these things up.
How do you remember them?
So some of them are really funny. When SNL's funny, which is not always, I remember some of them. Yes, you're next. Are you really upset about that, Harry? Are you? Yeah, I don't think that you're so happy about it. Yeah, I know. Jessica, would you like to make a comment?
A very disturbing one.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait, Jess.
10, 100.
What's that?
So from 10 to like 1,000, so hold on to your seats. So
Put down the Tanakh. Just go ahead.
hold my beer.
Yeah.
So I was looking at hold my Manischewitz. Okay. So I was looking at
Oh, God.
ancient law, right? Because I find it interesting what the Byzantines had, what the Romans had, what the Egyptians had. So there was an era in Egypt which was, it got really bad, where it was said that the women were so beautiful that when they died, there was a lot of defiling with the corpse. So I'm wondering,
Yeah, that turned.
stems from like that, so they had to pass a law and a procedure to where there was multiple witnesses during the process of preparing the corpse, because this became very common and an issue.
So,
I wonder if the
yeah.
text has some reference or some ties to that, where they decided to adapt that law to their custom.
So while the historical context of that I'm not sure about, I will say that the handling of all corpses or anything that is that you find dead, as in all like tons of sections in Jewish text about anything that you find dead becomes something that you can become unclean with, not physically, well, also physically, but also spiritually unclean, which goes into, which will, if we should get there actually, which they'll be in the third hour, is there will be conversation about the Nazirite laws, because the Nazirite laws will come in probably as a product of this situation later in this actual Torah portion. So while I don't know that level, I do know that that's true. I do know that any connection with something that's prior, that you find dead in any way, is a no-no for us, which also becomes the origins for kashrut, because that's why the animal has to be living for you to then properly slaughter it with a shochet, for you to be able to eat it, which goes also into just pure cleanliness, because not only does that have purity laws, but it also assured you that you didn't know how long the carcass was there and decomposed, and then you might get sick. So all of those probably correspond collectively, not just in a holy way, and maybe on purpose to show you, because other cultures were doing this. So other cultures were eating dead carcass, and they were eating all these other things, and they were getting sick and they were dying, and that's why there were plagues and all those illnesses. So there's a reason why Judaism created these larger sections, which ultimately ends in kashrut and commentary after commentary after commentary and all those things. So the little tiny sphere of the text grows and grows and grows and grows and grows. So yeah. Oh, there's more. Yeah.
So you know, like in Israel they have zaka.
Yeah.
Basically, so I wanted to ask, because I have met people who did prepare bodies and did
Yeah.
have to go to really disturbing scenes,
Yeah.
including October 7th.
Yeah.
So according to that, like,
Do you know Zaka? Do you know what Zaka is?
The religious guys who go in and deal with the deceased and the mental problems that are created.
Yeah, so Zaka is an organization in Israel, mostly made up of more Orthodox Jews, mostly, that unfortunately go into awful scenes where people are deceased. Usually, Zaka can show up to a regular situation where someone is deceased, but usually it's a terrible situation if there's a bombing, or October 7th is an example, where they go through the home and they look and check for parts of bodies, and then they collect them all, and ability to then because you're supposed to bury, even if it's certain pieces, they're the ones who search for those pieces, and then they're the ones who bury those pieces. So when I was in Israel less than a month after October 7th, and you walk through all those kibbutzim, you could see that there's like a zaka, like a symbol that they put on houses that said that they had come through, and then there's a whole section that was sectioned off that they had not yet been through. So no one was allowed. It was almost like a crime scene. No one's allowed to go into that section until Zaka comes through, and then so certain houses had their logos, which meant that now you can enter because they had gone through and done their work. So, and then on that same trip, you can go to the Zaka headquarters actually, and they can talk to you about the procedure and who works there and who they hire and how they get there. And so, yeah. So the ultimate question is about go on with the question now, which is the cleanliness question, probably.
Does the law start to modify and refine due to the times, contemporary times?
Which law?
Like the preparation of the body or
Yeah. So it goes through. This is why there's a chevra kadisha, right? This is why there's a group of people who whenever someone passes, you can have in the Reform movement and Conservative movement, you can choose if you'd like to have them, but in Orthodox you don't. They have to be there. So there's a chevra kadisha that then goes through the cleansing of the body to go into that concept of cleanliness or not. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So how do they blend in those two applications of preparation, or do they select according to the person who passed or the scene? Like, my question is.
The preparatory.
Yeah, because I know that both, depending on the background and culture, they hold a strong perspective on certain things that
Yeah.
are negotiable. So my question is how does one blend? I know this is the core, the text is showing the core thing, but it seems like with time things refine and people have their own perspectives that they're set on. And my question is, do they eventually blend?
So it's a great question. The answer ultimately is I'm not sure. I do know that halacha then comes in and takes all these pieces into the thought process, and then ultimately makes the decision, which is probably why there are rabbis in the Mishnah and the Talmud that argue each little detail, and then ultimately the halakha, the law system, follows one over the other. So if this stuff interests you, by the way, like this particular topic, there are a lot of books about like the process of death and dying that go into the intricacies, and most of the explanations have the sort of commentary beside it that say that ultimately you're reading a section of Talmud that gives you the explanation why you get to do certain things. Ultimately, I don't know ultimately, but I know that there's a system in place for it, 100%. Yeah. Yes. Oh, and then you had your hand up. Yes.
Does it relate to this Torah portion that when someone dies, like in a nursing home, which happened, well, in a health facility when my father passed, and then an Orthodox person had to come overnight
And sit there, yeah. So that's a shomer. That's a shomer, yeah. So yes, so that's again part of traditional burial. If one chooses to do so, again, Reform, Conservative get to make these decisions if you yay or nay. An Orthodox person would not. It's just happening, 100%. That's also so that not to desecrate. To go back to what we were saying, not to desecrate the body, because if you can think back, back then, if someone wealthy died on the road, then the first thing they might want to do is check their pockets, check if they have gold in their teeth, see if they have any jewelry on them, any money. Then they might desecrate the body. So the idea comes from eventually that you have to have a shomer. So when someone dies, they no longer can fend for themselves, and so you have to have a shomer from that moment. So this is why if someone passes and it's at a home or at or any facility of any kind, usually if it's an Orthodox mortuary, one of the first things that happens is that the people who come and take the body, let's say, are Jewish. They have to have in the hands of someone Jewish, because the idea is if someone's Jewish, there won't be any desecration. That's the theory. So it's someone Jewish. That means that the driver of the vehicle is Jewish, or the personnel are Jewish, and then they're brought to a facility, to a mortuary, and then there are all kinds of laws about, do you need like a shomer per person, or can there be one shomer for the entire facility? So it depends on the place that you go. So you could just hire one shomer for the entire mortuary. Let's say there are 12 bodies being kept in that mortuary, but one shomer could be overseeing all of them, and their job is to stay overnight. You don't have to do anything. You literally don't have to do a single thing. You just have to be in their presence. So oftentimes a shomer shows up and they have a book, and you sit there all night, and that's what your job is. So that's the idea, yeah.
That is in the book club.
That's in the book club. That's a whole different book club. Yeah. It's in the book, you're saying. Yeah, I was going to say that's also, I thought you were talking about, that's a different kind of book club. Yeah, it says, yeah. Yes.
So then the Shalom who protect us and help others is a derivative of that.
Hypothetically, I mean, because a shomer is a shomer. It's a guardian. So yeah, and it's the same idea. Yes, back to you.
I wanted to go back to the question you asked, which was why would they have to be separated and contamination?
Yes.
So maybe if you go back several weeks ago when we learned about Tazria Matzora,
Yes.
we learned that people who had these issues of oozing or eruptions or skin diseases was likely due to the concept of Lashon Hara.
Yeah.
So maybe here, moving forward, it isn't necessarily a physical contamination, but rather to protect others from looking at someone who might have this oozing or eruption, prevent them from talking badly about what could have caused it, and then in turn, those people would have then participated in Lashon Hara and then gotten the illness themselves.
Interesting. Nice. Yeah. So there's like another level of a communal protective of all of it, that if you speak badly of someone, then you could end up like that. And then you see someone and you're like, oh God, no, I'm not going near that person. So you're protecting them that way. Look at you, Cantor Muchnick. Well done.
I had to do something.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Thank you. Yes.
Well, how far away did they have to send these people? Because there were thousands of people. So, I mean, are we talking miles? I mean, I'm thinking of the physical.
The physical, like the camp. Well, probably not that far. Probably, but just separated. So yeah, probably not that far. I mean, there's not that far off. Although don't forget that there are 1 million people who we're talking about. So it really could be of a long distance. It could be that I'm not sure, but it could be that each area had their own separate area. Does that make sense? That each tribal system had their own separate section. It wasn't one gigantic one for everyone. That seems impossible for 1 million people. It's too far of a walk, if you will. So yeah. All right, we're changing pace. Chapter 6. Yeah, it's time. Chapter 6.
Verse 1.
Verse 1.
The Eternal One spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the Israelites and say to them, if any men or women explicitly utter a Nazirite vow to set themselves apart for the Eternal, they shall abstain from wine and any other intoxicant. They shall not drink vinegar of wine or any other intoxicant. Neither shall they drink anything with which grapes have been steeped, nor eat grapes fresh or dried. Throughout their term as Nazirite, they may not eat anything that is obtained from the grapevine, even seeds or skin.
Okay, what's this? What is this? What are we talking about? Early what? All right. Early AA. Okay. Yes? Okay, there's a separation from the normal. It's about what? Okay, there's a vow of some sort of abstinence, right? There's some kind of it. Yes? Is it a punishment?
No, it's a choice.
Ah, it's a choice. So look what we have here suddenly. Now we have a choice. This is completely up to you. No one else is telling you to do this. You don't have to separate yourself. There's nothing about oozing or the community. There's nothing about any of that stuff. We have to take you out. We have to take you to a separate section. There's none of that stuff. There's no mitzvah. It's not a commandment. So no one's saying to you, you must do this. Suddenly in the middle of all of this, you have this, which is what, ultimately? It's your choice. It's your choice to do what? So you are taking a vow onto yourself. What's a vow? A promise. Nice. It's a neder. So have you heard have you heard the term neder before? Yeah. So what's that really big prayer we do on Erev Yom Kippur? What's that called? Kol Nidre. Kol Nidre is neder. The word neder is in Kol Nidre. So what's kol? All of, and what's nidre?
All our vows.
All our vows. So that whole thing is about vows, which means what, by the way, about standing there and listening to the cantor chant it? All these words, what are they? They're not what? What are they not? They're not commandments. They're vows. So what vows are they talking about? When you're standing there and you hear the cantor chanting, Kol Nidre, what is he saying?
All these vows don't count.
All the vows that I have been vowing for myself all year long, and then he says what? He says, nullify them for me. So it is a gigantic loophole based from this moment here, that all the stuff that we promise ourselves all year long, and you stand there on Yom Kippur with a full belly, by the way, because you're full, because you ate just before you got there, So you're feeling really good about yourself because you're stuffed, because you ate a lot all day, because you're like, I have to fast for 25 hours. I'm going to not make it. So I have to eat. I have to gorge myself at night. So you're nice and full, and then you don't even make any promises. You do what? You say, all the promises I made from last year to this moment, get rid of them for me, God. So this is the greatest loophole of all loopholes of all time, is we standing there on Yom Kippur nullifying our vows, which are not commandments, because no one says you have to do them except for who? You. Only you have to make that decision. But if you're going to do it, you should do so carefully, because you are making a vow. You're making a promise. If you, by the way, walk away from coffee with an Orthodox person and they say to each other, because they have a weekly coffee meeting, and they say, see you next week, they usually follow up by saying, bli neder. But I'm not vowing it to you. Because they're nervous to even say that they're going to do it. Even if it's casual, even if they're like in their jeans and t-shirts and their tzitzit are hanging out, and they're sitting at the cafe, and they're orthos with their hats on, with their hats, or their kippot on, they're schmoozing, whatever. They're like, all right, see you next week, bli neder, boop, and they leave. It's because I'm not putting myself into the vow formula in which if I can't show up, or I don't show up, or didn't like the coffee with you, or I don't like you, or it wasn't a good experience, or I have to go to the doctor. Now I'm breaking a vow that I made. Who made the vow, by the way? You did. So here is the vow system that is put into place. Yes.
Sometimes they say, Im Yirtzeh Hashem.
Yeah. Also, Yirtzeh Hashem, that also means like if God allows for us to happen. As God allows us to happen. Yeah. Which then is really it's not up to you. Like, no, God willing, I'll see you next week. Yeah. But, which is also nice to say, because God willing, I'll see you next week. But it's all about these vows that are here. But if you're going to take something called a Nazirite vow, now what? Now, how do you fulfill that Nazirite vow? What do you have to do, it says here? There are 3 things. But that's only the first one. So this is the first one. This is number 1, which is what? What can't you have? Wine. Or any grape derivative. All right, so that's the thing. If I'm taking a Nazirite vow with you, I'm making a promise, a Nazirite promise. The first thing I can't do is I can't have any grape derivative. Here's the next one. Go ahead. Now we're on 5.
Throughout the term of their vow as a Nazirite, no razor shall touch their head. It shall remain consecrated until the completion of their term as Nazirite of the Eternal, the hair on the head being left to grow untrimmed. Throughout the term that they have set apart for the Eternal, they shall not go in where there is a dead person, even if their father or mother, or their brother or sister should die. They must not become defiled for any of them, since hair set apart for their God is upon their head. Throughout their term as Nazirite, they are consecrated to the Eternal.
Okay, what's this one? So there are 3 rules. Rule 1 is no grape derivative. What's 2?
No cutting.
You can't cut your hair. Why can't you cut your hair?
Ian's had his hand out.
Ian has his hand up. I can't see the little hand over there, Ian. Ian, go.
No. Keep going with that. I'll jump in after this. Keep going with that.
All right, great. Sweet. Nice. Okay, so, yes. Why is there something changed? What's that? Oh, that's nice. So it's very clear that you have made a vow. It's clear to the community that you've made a vow, which is nice. Do we like that or not like that? Do we like that I'm showing you that I'm taking a vow or no? Yes and no. Well, give me the yes and the no. Oh, you have to go back to rabbinic school for that. You can't just throw that out there. You know how long it took me to say, what do you think? You know how long that took me? It was a whole class just on that one thing. So what do I think about the good and the bad? I think it's nice to show people that you've made this decision, and it's nice and accountable, which means that other people can check in on you to be like, oh, how are you doing on your vow? That's a nice, beautiful thing. The bad thing is everyone can see that you're doing it. So if you screw it up, everyone sees you're screwing up, and they're like, oh, look, of course, I didn't think he was. It goes back to Lashon Hara, because someone could be like, I knew Harry wouldn't be able to last through this thing. Like, I knew he wouldn't do it. Yeah, here you go.
That's why I wanted to jump in. So that was literally what I wanted to say, is like, to go back to Kent Much's point, someone said earlier about like, oh, this is the first iteration of AA. Well, like, the whole point of AA is the anonymity of it, right? Like, it is anonymous. But this is very much not anonymous. So to go back to Kent Much's point, like, doesn't this Nazarite vow do the exact opposite of that? It is identifying you as not clean, as not an upstanding member of the community. It's almost like a leprosy or like a scarlet letter type deal. I don't know if I love this whole idea of like letting everybody know that I'm the problem child.
Well,
This is preventative.
Yeah. No, but if you're taking this Nazarite vow, you didn't do anything wrong. You're just taking on a promise to yourself and a vow, and it's just showing people that you did it. So you're not punished. You have chosen on your own to say, I've never smoked in my entire life, but I'm stop smoking. Like, I'm a smoker, and I promise I'm gonna not smoke anymore, and I'm making this vow. And to reiterate the level of this vow, I'm not gonna have any more alcohol to prove the point. I'm not gonna have a razor touch my head, and then I'll get to the third one. Yes?
This whole vow concept about showing appreciation for something that you've gotten.
Sure.
You're abstaining and saying how much I appreciate this and I'm giving this back.
Yeah, it totally can be. I love that idea.
I want to share that with Ian because he's usually right on, but I think it's more of.
You hear that? Did you hear what he's saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. He thinks you're not. He thinks that you're not right on. That's what he's saying right here. He's making fun of you. That's what he's saying right here, Ian.
I just don't like the idea of publicly like humiliation. Like I don't like the idea of whether it's preventative or whether it's reactionary. I don't love the idea of I am going to identify myself as like this sin. It kind of goes back to like Christianity and the idea of original sin. Like I'm this sinful person and I need to repent for this possibility that I might do something wrong.
Right, but you're not doing anything wrong. You are literally waking up. You're waking up one morning and you're deciding, I would like to make myself a vow and a promise. I'm going to stop smoking, and yeah, it's more of appreciation, and to say I'm stopping to smoke. Period. I'm putting myself. Now, you don't have to do a Nazarite vow. That's like a very high level of it. That is an extreme version of it. You can just make that vow to yourself about not smoking, which goes back to Kol Nidre, because then when you're standing there and you have smoked for the entire year, you can be like, oh, take away my vow. But a Nazarite vow just to go out of your way to say, I'm going to take it very heavily, and I'm going to not have wine, and I'm not going to cut my hair, and I'm not going to, I won't surprise you with a third option, which we haven't read yet, but you can't go near the body. Oh, it said it talked about it for a second. So those are the three things that you can't do. You can't go near a dead body, you can't have any grape substance, and you can't cut your hair. So yes.
I really don't see it as anything humiliating. I see it as the same thing as like becoming a nun. Like you're just taking a vow for yourself of your own personal practices, and then there's something about your appearance that says that to people, and that's like a matter of pride, if anything. It's not a matter of humiliation.
Yeah, right. You're taking this upon yourself, and in the same way that I actually like the nun idea, because most nuns look like nuns. So you can say that I mean like it's like a stereotypical way you look at nuns. So yeah, exactly.
She dresses that way, and I see that, and I know that.
Yeah, and the same way, by the way, that someone decides who's very, 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 very secular, like my two stepbrothers, who then decide to become Orthodox. You can identify them from a mile away. They look like ultra-Orthodox. They have, so you can tell. That's taking a vow. That is deciding that they changed their lives from one extreme to another extreme, and they did that. Yes?
You said last time that some degree of separating yourself from the community.
Yeah. That it's separating yourself from the community? Yeah, but is that good or bad? You're saying?
Well, you seem to indicate last time to some degree it's not a good thing.
Right. So it's not a good thing except to separate yourself.
About everyone else.
Right, but are you separating yourself? Are you separating yourself from the community, or are you separating yourself for yourself in this moment? That's the question. Yes.
Well, it clearly says in 6:2 that they're taking a vow to set themselves apart for the eternal.
Right.
So it's not just any old vow. This is serious religious commitment, just like a nun.
Yeah. And it's not from the community. It's I'm going to change the way that I'm going to behave, and this might be something that I need. I might need to do this for myself. I'm going to do more exercise, and I'm going to blah blah blah, or I'm going to stop smoking, or I'm going to, I don't know. And maybe you have to do like a physical, a symbolic way of doing that for yourself, because that's going to remind you that you have to do this for yourself, hypothetically. So hypothetically, yeah.
I think if you do it anonymously, it takes it to a greater level. It's like when you make a charitable donation.
Yeah.
You're not, oh, Susie gave $1 million. No, it's
Thank you,
private.
Susie. It's very nice of you.
I
Thank
think
you.
if you make a charitable donation and it's anonymous, I think that's a greater level.
Right, but this is not about the community. This is about you. I'm taking a vow. Myself, I'm making a decision. I want to do something different in my life. And because I'm taking this vow, which is a very serious thing, again, it's not just like, vow is too light of a word for the word neder. A neder is like, I don't know what other way to say it. Like, it's a vow, but it's, I think we lightly confuse vows with promises. We're like, I promise I'll see you later. Yeah, the vow is like, I am seeping myself in this, and I have made this decision, and I don't want to break it. Like, this is a vow that I'm truly making with you, literally, which is why that thing is called kol nidre. That's why this whole, it's like the depths of making this decision. It was hard to say, depths, for me. So yes.
So since this is the portion of my bat mitzvah, I want to bring up this concept of, because you're talking like the decision to immerse in something. Right?
Yes.
And so when I remember Cantor, when I was in bat mitzvah classes, you said technically there is no requirement to have any sort of public display at all for the bar and bat mitzvah.
Yeah.
It's literally just, it should just be you turn 13 and you just became that.
Yeah.
We decide you need to take this public vow and of becoming this person. You go through this public process for various reasons, and I think this feels similar to me. It's like it's by design that it's shown to the world that you are making this decision for yourself.
Yeah, and so thank you. Yes, that was great. First of all, Machzik is getting all these like, whew. Yes, so I would agree, but the last part is the most important part, which is for yourself. Like, you don't have to, right? He's totally right. When you wake up on your 13th birthday, you become bar mitzvah. You don't have to do a single thing. We have all the kids learn prayers. We have the kids learn Torah, Haftarah. That's simply for that family to have the opportunity to share with the congregation that their child has become bar bat mitzvah. We simply, because families won't necessarily do it, we ask them to go through a bunch of different steps to do so. But you literally wake up in the morning of your 13th birthday and you're like, I'm a bar mitzvah. It's done. You don't have to do a single thing. It's just, you're just done. So you're right. This is just going out of your way to say, I promise to do this. Some people do it, by the way, because they need a change. They require something to help them to make a transition. This has been difficult, or this has been tough, or this is a moment that's challenging for me. I'm going to make a vow for myself to help me get through this, and I'm going to promise that for the next year, or for the next 2 years, or the next 6 months, I'm going to blank. and I'm making a vow with myself. And that, who should be the most motivated? You should. But the Nazirite law is even heavier because you are taking on a sort of a physical, like a physical expansion of this, where you're not going to have wine, you are going to not cut your hair. So back to Harry's point, you are going to have some evidence that shows up that you have your hair is longer. I've been trying this for years, people. It's not working. And then you don't go near the corpse. Dr. Bob.
Yeah, the feeling I'm getting is that this is putting the reins on people who want to be beyond the community. I mean, there are laws, don't gash yourself, don't tattoo yourself. There's very little that you could do within the laws of Torah to change your physical appearance, except not cut your hair. You don't want to be a drunk. You don't want to have relations with corpses, as they probably did in other cultures. So this kind of pulls them back, not allowing them to change the structure, change the religion.
Yeah, that's all possible. And probably, you're right, the origins of these three things probably were very accessible points, because there are probably people who were drunk. There were probably people who didn't take care of their hair or weren't clean or were not. There's some, or needed some visual aspect for the community to see.
There were other religions and other peoples who did do those things.
Yeah.
Just try to separate.
Exactly. And the last thing was with any interaction with any corpse. You just weren't, whether it was what were the example of something inappropriate, or also the fact that you came across roadkill and you ate it, and then you got sick and then you died from it because you didn't know how long it was there. So this is also going back to kashrut. Yes.
So, I love history, right? And it's really interesting to see, like, the Jewish framework, because in essence, it's a framework that helps the community flourish. The standards of cleanliness, which is really important, the standards of how you eat, the standards of and framework of how you resolve problems. Because, like, for instance, if you were to compare with different societies in the Middle East, right? And yes, even though they try to be ancient as possible, they're not necessarily thriving. They're not necessarily, they're struggling, you know what I'm saying? They have a lot of issues. Israel might not be perfect politically, but what I do love about my experience being there is that you might not practice Judaism, but you are welcome. You are part of society. You are held as a person who
Yeah.
is important. And that's like one of the things that I learned in my experience being there is that yes, to some standard, like they do have a lot of elements that come from the Torah, but to see it play out in modern times is interesting.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's fascinating to also like feel the tension, the ocean of enemies that you're amongst, but the fact that that little particle of land still thrives, still, like progresses and still gives back. So I think the framework and what I'm trying to be laconic with is a very timeless framework that has proven itself. And that is why it's set up. And this is just kind of like the foundation and core of where it came from.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. These are really good origin base for all these things. Nice. 1, 2.
They're separating themselves to get close to God.
Yeah. And it's personal, right? It's your vow that you're finding a way to be closer to God. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Bob, go ahead.
Yeah, well, we have this discussion every year about the Nazarites, and as said, it's always been become a Nazarite to elevate yourself toward God.
Yeah.
To sacrifice things of this world to become more godly.
Yeah.
It was a complete religious thing, and they were looked upon with respect. When a person was a Nazarite, they were looked at as holy people, was the concept.
Nice, yeah, that the Nazarites, and you said it beautifully, try to make the space away from the worldly things that we are so connected to, that they try to pull themselves away from to find a little bit of holiness, for sure. I mean, this is the joke we have all the time with our B'nai Mitzvah students, is that, do you think you could spend Shabbat for a half an hour away from your electronics? Like, cause it runs you, it slowly sort of runs your life. Like the electronic devices take over every part of you. That I always joke, like, can you imagine what it might be like for 10 minutes if you can't find your phone? They're like, no, I can't imagine that. So it's about that worldly space. Yeah, yes. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't shock me if there are a lot of components of this do ultimately end up on the structures of moving away from sin and space and all those things. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me if the New Testament picks up on a bunch of these things. Okay, here's our landing path. We're going to do a bunch of jumping. You ready? So you're still in 6. Go to 13 though, verse 13. So you're still in chapter 6. You're going to verse 13. We're going to read a little and jump. All right, here we go.
This is the ritual for the Nazarite. On the day that the term as Nazarite is completed, the person shall be brought to the entrance of the tent of meeting. As an offering to the Eternal, that person shall present one male lamb in its first year without blemish for a burnt offering, one ewe lamb in its first year without blemish for a purgation offering, one ram without blemish for an offering of well-being, a basket of unleavened cakes and
choice flour and stuff.
Gluten-free.
Right, yeah.
A basket of unleavened cakes of choice flour with oil mixed in, and unleavened wafers spread with oil, and the proper meal offering and libation.
Okay, so what's this? I'm done. I finished my time of my Nazarite law. Whatever I needed for it, whatever vow I was making, it's over. So now, what do I have to do to end it? How do I complete it? There are offerings. What are the offerings for?
For purgation and well-being.
Okay, so what's purgation? What's purgation? Do we know what that word means? Like a sin offering. That's your sin offering. And then there's the well-being offering. So what's the sin offering for? Why am I doing a sin offering? Did I sin? In case. Yeah, in case. Some of the commentary says that, which makes sense, during my vowing system, I also might be upset about it. Be like, that it's difficult, that at some point I'm going to say to myself, can't believe I'm doing this. I can't believe I decided to do this. I'm possibly. And then a well-being offering, like, I did it. Nice. Okay. Now we're on 16.
The priest shall present them before the Eternal and offer the purgation offering and the burnt offering. He shall offer the ram as a sacrifice of well-being to the Eternal, together with a basket of unleavened cakes. The priest shall also offer meal offerings and libations. The Nazarite shall then shave the consecrated hair at the entrance of the tent of meeting, and take those locks of consecrated hair and put them on the fire that is under the sacrifice of well-being.
Okay, so what happens here? Whoa. Because you didn't cut your hair, what are you doing now?
You're cutting. Shaving.
Yeah, you're cleaning off of all of the hair, and you are throwing it in the fire because it's officially, symbolically ending that period. And then what happens? Then you're going to do a bunch of other rituals here, and then just jump to 21, verse 21.
Such is the obligation of a Nazarite, except that those who vow an offering to the Eternal of what they can afford beyond their Nazirite requirements must do exactly according to the vow that they have made beyond their obligation as Nazirites.
Okay, what does that mean?
that?
What does that little paragraph, what does 21 mean?
What does that mean?
What's that? Okay, all right, that's good.
Suppose you don't have a yearling. You.
Okay, so you do what you can do. You're not allowed to just be like, well, I guess I'm done. You're still obligated to sort of end it in the best way that you can end it. Now, yes.
Can I just add one point to it? Because I thought I heard Kelly say earlier talking about like community, and it says at the bottom here about how like someone is obligated to, like if they're friends of someone who, like if a friend of yours has a lamb, that they are obligated to help you to finish the vow. And I kind of like that with what Kelly was saying about, you know, this sense of community and helping people to better themselves in you know, this whole idea of a family and a community and a neighborhood.
It's nice. Way to go, Kelly. It's because you know Nassau so well. So now here's the thing. It took us all the way to this point. So all the conversations and all the vows and all the things with the Merarites and the blah, 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 and the Gershonites and all the stuff that we were talking about and all the sacrificial systems. And all of this, by the way, this is the longest Torah portion in all of the Torahs. Nassau is the longest one of the whole of all 5 books is this one. So there's so much information that goes into here. It's enormous. All this takes us to this. So I want you to tell me why it ends up here, what's the point of it here, and why, of all places on the planet Earth, why is it sitting here? And that is 22, verse 22. Here it is.
The Eternal One spoke to Moses, "Speak to Aaron and his sons. Thus shall you bless the people of Israel. Say to them, the Eternal bless you and protect you. The Eternal deal kindly and graciously with you. The Eternal bestow divine favor upon you and grant you peace. Thus they shall link my name with the people of Israel, and I will bless them."
What is this?
In the middle of it,
This is the priest of benediction. This is the thing. This is the thing that happens in all of the moments from the second the child gets blessed for the brit milah or the naming at the bar and bat mitzvah, under the chuppah, under all these things that all these like the magic places that we are the opportunity to be blessed and to do these moments ends up here. Why is it here in this Torah portion, in this spot, in this moment? Why is it of all places here? And and then we'll do another minute on what the words are. But why? Why is it here? Yeah.
I think that it's here because God is remembering that in Genesis, he did some faux pas. He had made some mistakes. And he wanted to correct himself.
Who? God?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And here, he wants people to know that if they do things properly, they do them the right way, he will bless them for each and every time that they've done something
Okay.
he's expecting them to do.
Great. Okay. Bob, you're thinking something. What are you thinking, Bob?
Well, I'm thinking that it appears here because, the Nazarite becomes, has finished the term of being Nazarite and is blessing for them having done so.
So here's the thing then. But we don't I love that, yes. But we don't contextualize the necessity for you to become a Nazarite before we bless you under the chuppah. So
Is God saying that?
is God saying what? It says, God spoke to Moses, "Speak to Aaron and his sons, thus shall you bless the people of Israel, say to them." And then there's this is the priestly blessing. So it's God who speaks to Moses, who then speaks to Aaron, who speaks to the sons, and then says, this is how you speak to the Israelites. Boom, 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 boom. So Dr. Bob and then Kelly.
I think God is saying you don't have to do all this stuff. You don't have to try to set yourself apart. God is going to take care of you as the people of Israel.
Okay. So you don't have to do all this stuff.
Yeah, I don't think this is encouraged. I don't think this Nazarite
Okay. Sure. Yeah, great. Yeah.
I agree. I think it's in this portion which means to take a census, and it starts with taking a census because regardless of what personal vows you take or end up nullifying or what, God is looking down upon you as the people Israel and promised them.
Okay. Nice. What does naso mean? It does, but not necessarily. Nope. What does the word naso mean actually? It means, so you're taking a census, but how are you doing so? It's the part B of the word naso. So part B is you're taking a census. How are you taking the census, which is part A? It says, because naso means to lift up or lift up your head so that you're counted in the census. So if you stand up and be counted and you follow all this stuff, then maybe at the end of all of this, you get to have this blessing blessed upon you. And if you do it properly, by the way, by a Kohen, how is it done? Like, and with the thing, but also, look, you didn't do it down here. Where are you doing it? And it's high. So you're also raising up this moment. You're raising up the moment, and you're lifting yourself up for you to do this, for you to do this blessing. And what's the blessing? What is Yivarechacha Adonai Vishmerecha? What is that? What's Yivarech? What's Baruch? Yeah, but bless you. So Yivarechacha Adonai. What's Vishmerecha? Yeah, well, it will keep you or to protect you. What is Ya'er Adonai Panav Elecha Vichuneka? What does that mean? What is Ya'er?
Lighten.
Yeah.
Lighten, or show light upon you.
Okay. Ya'er Adonai Panav. What's Panav?
God's face.
God's face. So God's face will be in your presence. Yes.
Hug you?
What's Vichuneka?
Hug you?
Yeah, to deal graciously with you. There'll be grace, that God will grace you. And then, what's Isa Adonai?
He will raise his face, and bring you peace.
Okay.
He will bring his face upon you, is literally what it means.
So, what does Isa mean? It says the last part. Isa Adonai. What does that sound like to you? Naso. Naso, which is the name of the Torah portion, is the third part of the threefold blessing. Isa is that I'm going to count you. I'm going to make this count. I'm going to make this moment count, and I'm going to raise you up with it. Isa Adonai Panav Elecha, and God's face will be raised towards you. And the last part, V'asem lecha shalom, which is what? I'm going to bring you peace. What does that mean? Okay. Yeah. I'm going to bring you peace. How many people do you think are not at peace? How many people are not at peace? So how about that? I'm going to raise you up and I'm going to give you peace. That means maybe collectively. That means like shalom, like peace. It means I'm going to give you, like in you, like each and every one of you. Like maybe inside you're not at peace. Maybe there's so much happening in you that is so difficult and challenging. And God says, I'm going to give this to you. I'm going to find a way to give you peace. And then the last part, which we never talk about, which is 27, which is what?
Thus they shall link my name with the people of Israel, and I will bless them.
So all this, by the way, I'm linking back to me. So just as you know, it's all back. And if you forget about it, you're in real trouble. But it links back to me, is what God is saying. And that's why the power of that moment is so unbelievably special is to get this threefold blessing, which is also why I live for doing it quietly. I live for the quiet moment of sharing it, which is also why under a chuppah, for years at the beginning of my rabbinate, before I studied this even more, I would turn the mic on and do a public Recha Adonai V'Yishmerecha, like for everyone to hear it. And then as I moved on rabbinate, for those of you that I've married, and for everyone else, I turn off the mic and I pull the chuppah over us. And the blessing is for them in the moment. Like, find the peace. Find God in that space. Find a way to shine. Make God shining about your face. Like, this is the moment. Like, this is the big moment that you have to feel all of this. And that's why it sits here. And that's why you're going to lift yourself up in the moment also. And that's why I think it's called naso. That's why all those things pick up, because you have to lift yourself into it. Lift your head up. And then when you do that, then you're counted in all of this also, because you feel counted in the space. So all of those pieces tie together. We even do it, granted we do it publicly in front of the congregation, we do the actual blessing. But this is why I like to do, I do like just before we start, the blessing at the end of a bar bat mitzvah, we turn our mics off. We just schmooze with the family. We pull them really close to us, and we just talk to the family. Sometimes it's about what the theme is and what lunch is going to be. But ultimately, it's usually something really nice and Jewy. But this is the idea of, well, what we're trying to do in these precious moments. And by the way, I don't know if your Hebrew, is it separated in a little funny paragraph? Is your Hebrew funny? With short sentences? Does it say it? Have it in your text? So if you take 24, 25, and 26, that's the priestly blessing, right? So if you take the second word of 24, that's Adonai, right? You have that? You have Adonai. And if you take the third word of 25, that says Panav, and then you take the the fourth word of 26, it says Elecha. Most of the commentaries say it's structured this way also in the Torah on purpose, because the whole point of this is Adonai Panav Elecha, that Adonai is showing God's face to you when you're doing it. It's almost like literally God's face is being shown to you in this. Like literally the moment is you get to feel the presence of God onto your face. That's why the commentary says it's written structurally the same way in every book, in every print, in the Torah itself. The structure is that way, so you can sort of like what is it called, like a word search, that you use a circle around those words, and that's where you have that connection. So that's why I think it is so awesome to have the structure of this. Yes, you're next.
I find it interesting that lots of places in the Torah, God says to the people, if you do such and such, then I'll bless you.
Yeah.
But here, there's no.
No, and I think beautiful that there's no like if then.
Right.
And why is there no if then? I think it's there because it's literally at the end of the vows section. Because you're deciding if you're going to enter into the space with God. God is saying, like, I'm not making you do it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. That's the beautiful part of it. Yes. Oh wait, you're next, Rob. What's that? Yeah, it's sometimes a grammatical construct that shows a pause. Like there's nothing like say it. Like say it, pause, next line, breathe, next line, breathe. You're not just flowing into the next sentence. It's a grammatical construct. It's not actually in the Torah itself. But the colons are the spaces, the space of the actual Torah is. But yeah, the samech is to like feel the moment, feel the moment. Yeah, it's.
Why do we sometimes say Kene Hiratzon instead of Amen?
Kene Hiratzon is like it's the same thing. It's like you're.
Don't they always?
So it may be God's will. Yes, Ron. Ron and then Gladys. What about it? Okay, 24 is the second word. 25 is the third word. 26 is the fourth word. So 2, 3, 4. For that little circle? Yeah, no, yeah, it's just not how that's not how, it's Adonai panav elecha. Adonai panav elecha. That God's face is being shown to you in this moment. It's literally like you're face to face almost. That you feel the presence of God, hypothetically. Ron.
Okay, so my thought is what I said at the beginning, that if you do the right thing, and from doing that you find happiness and peace, then you are making God to be happy, and that will reverberate to you, where you also will be blessed with happiness.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
And as far as the panav, I think the word face in Hebrew was copied to Yiddish, where the word for face is punim.
Punim, exactly. That's the whole idea. That your face is there. So on the Shabbat, friends, lift yourselves up a little bit, and by doing so, that's how we get counted in our space. And I think that's what naso means. So there you go. Close it up for us. There you go. There you go. Thank you very much. Adjourned. All right. Torah is still out. Let's think of those in our community who are in need of healing, physical, emotional, or spiritual healing. Zoom? Jerry? Anyone? No?
I'm good, thank you.
All right, good. All right. Healing?
Irish Schweitzer, Susan Stein-Chiesa, and Michael Meadow. What's your favorite one? Jennifer salad, Joshua salad, Lily and Angel. Phyllis Clear, Charles Kopp, and Mark Schmidt. Toby Krinsky, Sam and
Dr. Bob.
Marilyn Blum, Steve Froom, and Cooper Joa.
Sophia Bat Natalie.
משבח אבותינו ואמותינו, אברהם, יצחק ויעקב, שרה, רבקה, חלב אליהו, וברך את החולים. הקדוש ברוך הוא ימלא רחמים עליהם, להחלימם ולרפאותם ולהחזיקם, וישלח להם מהרה רפואה שלמה מן השמיים, רפואת הנפש ורפואת הגוף, השתה בגלה וזמן קריב, ונאמר אמן. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Becca, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal those who are ill. May the Blessed Holy One be filled with compassion, for their health be restored and their strength be revived. May God swiftly send them a complete renewal of body and spirit, as together we say, Amen. We are going to return the Torah to the Ark, 256, and together we stand.
Yehallelu et Shem Adonai ki niskav shemo levado odo al eretz v'shamayim vayarem keren le'amo tehila lechol chasidav livnei Yisrael am kerovo Hallelujah Hallelujah. Eitz chaim hi lama chazikim ba v'tomcheha me'ushar diracheha darchei noam v'chol netivoteha shalom Hashivenu Adonai Elecha Menashua Charesh Charesh Yameinu Charesh Yameinu Kikedem.
I don't have any announcements. Are there announcements? I don't have any.
No, just go to the website.
I don't have any announcements. There's like there's no I don't think there's any. There's no like major. There's no major programs. There's a Shabbat. Yeah.
June 12th, we're here in the chapel for all services.
Oh yeah, there's a switch. We switched to summer hours.
Yeah.
So that means also 9 o'clock, right?
9 o'clock.
Starting on June 12th.
June 13th.
Yeah.
Technically.
Starting June 12th, we switched to summer hours. I mean, it's 7 o'clock still,
Yeah,
but it's in here. So yeah, June 12th is the first Friday night service in here, and then
June 13th, 9
June
o'clock.
13th is 9 o'clock in here. So, yay. That's a big announcement, I guess. Other than that,
Yeah.
Aleinu, 282.
And neither of us will be here.
Neither of us are going to be here for either of those, but yeah, for 12 or 13. But yes.
Aleinu לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל עוונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו echad.
We think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at the season in years past, and those who have drawn into our hearts with our own Zichronam Livracha. May their memories be for a blessing. In the period of Shloshim, the immediate 30-day mourning period, Gerald Jerry Silver, Neil Stephen Schneider, Sheldon Sway, Ronald Ronnie Gorin. And our yortzites for us this week, Paul Barr, Esther Berman, Judd Breakstone, Irving Cohen, David Cowan, Max Davis, Gerald Friedman, Therese Harris, Jack Israel, Florence Janis, Joyce Victoria Katz, Walter Lieb, Norman Stolak, Joseph Peretz, Richard Reiner, Richard Reiner, Robert Rubinoff, Theodore Siegel, George Silverstein, Lawrence Singer, Pauline Smith, Fernando Soto, Morris Starkman, Mildred Strom, Hyman Tanzer, Shelley Wernick. To those names, we had any name that you'd like to add at this time. Kaddish Tom, Mourner's Kaddish 294. Yitgadal v'ikadash shemei Rabbah, ba'amad yivrach riuteh, v'amlich malchuteh, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei l'chol beit Yisrael, b'gala v'izmad kariv v'imru, Amen. Yesh shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam ulmei almaya, yitparach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'a v'yitomam v'yitnaseh, v'yitada v'yitale v'yitala shmei l'kudesha brichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, v'shbachata v'nechemata, v'amiran ba'ama v'imru, Amen. שלמה רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, as together we say amen. Please be seated. We conclude our service with
Shomer Yisrael, bottom of page 329.
Yes, 329. It's fun.
Shomer, Shomer Yisrael, Shemor She'erit Yisrael. Shomer, Shomer Yisrael, Shemor She'erit Yisrael. Ve'al Yovad, Ve'al Yovad Yisrael, Ve'al Yovad, Ve'al Yovad Yisrael. Ha'omrim, 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 Ha'omrim Shema Yisrael. Shomer, Shomer, Goy Echad, Shemor She'erit Am Echad. Shomer, Shomer, Goy Echad, Shemor She'erit Am Echad. Ve'al Yovad, Ve'al Yovad, Goy Echad, Ve'al Yovad, Ve'al Yovad, Goy Echad. Am Yachadim Shimcha, Am Yachadim Shimcha, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Adonai oz lamo yitain, Adonai varech et amo v'shalom. May God give strength unto our people, continue to bless us with hope and strength and love and peace. Shabbat shalom, everybody. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom.